What's going on YouTube? This is Mr. Chris Smooth here with my NBA Live 15 wish list. The game will probably be coming out sometime in October of 2014 this year. And we're coming pretty close up to E3, so I thought I'd bring you my wish list for next year's game. I'm going to break it down into 5 categories, and then I'm going to give you my overall predictions that are going to come into this game. So let's get right into it. Okay, first off, I have graphics. The most obvious improvement that's needed in order to compete with a game like 2K. They've stated again and again in their updates that that's probably their #1 priority coming into next year. So they've been scanning every single team as they come in to play Orlando Magic, since that's their base. They've been scanning every team, coaches, trying to get as much as they can into the game. And they put out a couple of previews. If you look them up, a couple of faces, including off the top of my head, Michael Carter Williams is one of them I know. And they look pretty good. I just want to see what they can do to translate that into the actual game. Secondly, I'm going to go with animations. Now I have a bit more in the animations category. I'm going to start with dunking animations. Now, some of the dunking animations are fine, but I would like to see a separation of open court dunks and in the lane dunks when it's crowded contested. And then I guess third would be like get the rebound, put up a dunk, because if you get the rebound in NBA Live 14, you're going to get the rebound and then you're going to do this like power jump. You're going like straight up into the air, like with no regard to who's around you, and you're going to dunk it on top of them every time. There's no way to defend it. Even if he just got the rebound and you're in front of him, he just reached out in front of you, he's gonna dunk on you every time. And then open court dunks, they kind of have that down in a sense, but sometimes you could play good fast break defense and then they're just gonna come in with a little dunk. And then not all dunks are gonna be windmills, so I think some dunks could just be coming down the lane and then go up with 2 hands, maybe avoid the defender with the ball and then dunk it in, something nice like that. Second of all, I think I want them to improve on linking together crossover moves. So they have bounce tech real good. I think I'm getting the hang of it. So when you're dribbling, chaining together moves is good, but when you want to break away from your defender, you see him leaning, sometimes that split second you want to break, your guy kind of like lunges back to gather himself, which would kind of be unrealistic. So if you're crossing left or right to left and then you hit him with the hesitation, you see you got him with the hesitation, now you just want to go. You don't want to hesitation, another dribble or 2 and then go. You want to go right away. So hopefully they get that chaining together better. Thirdly, with the animations, I want more celebrations. At the end of games, celebrating. If you hit a big shot, like you went on a run, they force a timeout, maybe a little, clapping hands, going to the timeout, just stuff like that. Better coaching reactions. Their coaching reactions they're just not where they should be, in my opinion. More realistic reffing animations. The refs are kind of just standard. They don't really have any, like they're just swiveling to the position. They're not really interacting with the players. I think that would be really nice, because that hasn't really been in any sports game, including 2K, in my opinion. They haven't had refs talking to the players. Like if the players are contesting the call, I want to see a player go up to the ref and the ref is explaining what's the foul and how they do it in real life. And then the most importantly that I have is being able to pivot after picking up your dribble. So if you pump fake in the game right now, you can't pivot to make room. So you say you pump fake, you can't pivot away from the defender unless you're passing it. Like once you pass it, then you might pivot in the animation, but there's no way to say pump fake, pivot, and just like survey the court before you want to pass or do whatever you want to do with it. I think that would be better sometimes in some particular post situations, so you can make it look more realistic and get your defender. You might catch your defender better and not be stuck in that same position. Thirdly, going on to presentation, they only need a few tweaks in this area. And I think that's the camera in certain situations, like they do more in ESPN. They have all the cameras right. They just need to better choose the camera in each situation, and then maybe break into more game breaks for like other games going on in the association, the upcoming schedule, stats, and the commentators maybe talking about those stats. And then secondly, more side conversations between the commentaries, a more storyline leading into the game, and as the game goes on and progresses, that they can feel what's going on in the game. If it's an aggressive game, they can talk about it's a really aggressive game, stuff like that. That'd be really nice. Fourth, we got game modes. The Rising Star mode must improve. It was a good start. It was the first time going around, but I think they could really step it up to another level, make it way more customizable, and just make it a little bit deeper so it can compete with 2K if that they need to compete. Next is Ultimate Team. I think Ultimate Team is right. A lot of people are saying they need to add in the trading or the auction aspect of it, but I really like the way they have it down, because as we're seeing, as you're playing other people's teams, the teams are very dynamic. You really rarely will see two people with the same rosters. Like in 2K, you might see a lot of people with the same players, but in live, you're seeing a lot of unique rosters, a lot of different mixtures, and I like the way they have it. I feel like the auction might bring in, so everyone's trying to get certain players that they know are good in the game. So I think that's right. And lastly, I'm going to go with the rosters. They should add a creative team and creative player with deep custom options. Like in NBA Live 10, I loved how you could pick so many shoes, so many accessories. I really loved how you could take your player and model him to your favorite player. So if I wanted to be similar to LeBron, I could pick some of LeBron's animations, some of Tracy McGrady's jump shot. I can mix it like that. I really liked how they did that. I think they should bring that back. And of course, not make it like it's 2K where you have to have a certain face. I think they did that in Rising Star too. You should be able to move his nose, move his, make your own face. We don't want to see everyone with the same looking players. And then custom rosters is nice, but I see why they strayed away from it, because the AI is much more complicated and deeper with the synergy running in the background. So if they can find a way to do it, that'd be perfect. But it's not that huge of a deal to me, because I really like the rosters. The way they have them, they update it pretty regularly, as it is. So now I'm getting to my predictions. I believe that they will basically go into E3 talking about their improved graphics, showing I think that their cover man will be John Wall this year. That's just my opinion. They've been doing a lot of things with John Wall. I think they're gonna add in deeper signature moves and dribbling. Like the bounce tech is good. They have the 6 branches, or really, if you really know the game, there could be more aspects to the dribbling. There's still openings in their controller scheme layout to add in that. So I think that they're just going to come with a quick trailer showing that their graphics are improved, showing a little bit more cleaner animations in the dribbling, and they're not gonna do too much. They still have a lot of time to develop this game. But thanks for watching this video. I will be coming to you guys with E3 coverage as soon as I can get it. I will try to break down NBA Live 15, and 2K15, and then doing a comparison like I did to last year's game. Check out that video if you just want to use that as a reference of what it might be like. I thought it was a pretty good video if you want to go back and check that out. Leave down in the comments, please, what you thought, what you think of these wish lists. If you have any of your own, I'm pretty sure if we could get a big enough following, they might look into some of these suggestions. Also, just stay tuned, subscribe, check out some other videos, and I'll be putting out more gameplay soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Curry against Westbrook. Here's the screen. Alley-oop. Oh, that was sweet.